Okay, and share. Done. Excuse me. Hello. Welcome to Tea Talk Tuesday. Uh, let, let's let this go for a little bit for some more people to join. Let's see what's going on. So we got... So it is first live of... Is it my first live of the new year? Second live of the new year? I don't even know at this point. First live? I don't know. Anyways, so already this year, we had James Charles get involved in 2 scandals already. And I'm like, dude, it's literally... The first one happened literally on New Year's Day. And then he just had another one happen the other day with all the World War III memes that were going out. And I'm like, dude, James, calm it down. We literally have only been in 2020 for a few days already. So you need to calm it down. And then, of course, we had Trisha Paytas doing, I don't know what she was doing. And then, let's see, what else did we have happen this week? Hey, Caitlin. Somebody was caught trying to sell PR. We got people attacking Petty Page. So there's just so much random stuff going on, and I'm like, already, it's only a few days into 2020. Why is there so much drama happening already? Oh, thanks for sharing, Caitlin. Hey, vegan, don't worry, you haven't missed much. I'm just kind of rambling. Target now has Baby Yoda for sale. Oh, nice. I read somewhere that they didn't make any Baby Yoda merchandise or any of that stuff because they didn't want people to know that he was going to be in the TV show. So they didn't put any information about that out afterwards until he actually appeared on the show. So they were keeping it a big secret, which I don't understand why, but I mean, it's blown up so much, so I guess they had a valid reason behind it. It's a Funko Pop. Oh, very nice. So I guess we will start out... Oh, what do I want to start out with? We can start out with... I finally watched most of Tana's video that she put out a week ago. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep during half of it, but my main focus really, I wanted to kind of get through the whole thing with her and Jake Paul and stuff. And apparently, from what I took from the video, is that they're still together, which I don't understand why. From everything that she said in the video, she basically said that, they were just out having fun, and then they were joking about the wedding, and they're like, oh yeah, you don't think that we'll do it? Let's do it. So they went and did it. And then after that, she said everything was going like this. And then after the wedding, it just went like this, where he just seemed super interested in the beginning. And then after everything happened, he was just like, meh, and then it's kind of went down. And she's still trying to go up, and she's totally invested in everything, but feels that he really isn't. And that's kind of what I've been saying the entire time with all of her tweets and everything. She stated in the video that she was super hurt when she saw him out with Erica. And then when he put out the video, with the song with Alyssa Violet or whatever, I never even watched it or listened to it, so I don't even know what it's about. But the fact that he then tweeted that picture out with it too, just that it was super, super hurt. Okay. Thanks. Got it. Um, um, so I think you might need him on now. Yeah, I put him on mute and whatever. I mean, I didn't think that I was that big of a channel to have people in here hating on me already, but whatever. Yay, go me. My first hater. Woo. So, yeah, she just said that she was like super hurt about the whole situation and she didn't understand like why he was giving attention to those people when he pretty much just like, oh, thanks, vegan. Just like badmouth them to her the entire time. And so she's just like, what's going on? And then she pretty much said like, she agreed to be like in an open relationship, hoping that it would lead to something more serious and that she was trying to give him or trying to be the person that she thought that he wanted to be and not really like being herself because of what everyone has done to him in the past because everyone around him was like, don't Alyssa Violet him and like saying all this stuff. And she pretty much was just changing who she was as a person to try to make him happy. And I'm just like Tana, that's just not a good relationship. Like, I'm definitely not the best at relationships. I have some stories that I'll put out there eventually. Like, I wanted to record a couple story times about those, but like the second that you start to change who you are, unless you want to change to that person to be that person, like if that's something that you wanted to do, like, okay, this is how I want to be, that's different than if you are changing yourself to be with somebody because that's who they want you to be. So I hope that she finally realizes that her changing herself to be what somebody else wants to be and not because she wants to better herself or do something, until you find that kind of relationship, then this one's just not gonna be good for her. So I don't know. I hope that she can sit down and realize all that. She said that she was like numbing herself with drugs and stuff and pills, and it's like that's not the kind of relationship that you need to be in. Like, if that's where you are in a relationship, then that's what you need to get out of. So hopefully she can get that all figured out and better herself and get back to the Tana that she wants to be. So hopefully, here's to thoughts and prayers to Tana. Get into a better place, get happy. She just like seems super depressed. Because that is, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a healthy relationship to be in. So hopefully she realizes two things can happen. He will realize that that Tana's the person that he wants to be with, and then he'll start to change the way that he's acting, or she'll realize that she needs to get out of that relationship and find something healthier and more stable. I mean, unfortunately, like with her relationship with Brad, she was with somebody who really wasn't in the public eye until he had that like viral photo that went out that people thought it was Justin Bieber, but it was really him. That was like really the only like success that he had really before meeting Tana. So Tana really put him on the map of like who he was as a person as far as like influencer wise. And the sad thing is that after he started to get that kind of fame, then he just kind of seemed to go to his head, and he was just pretty much taking advantage of her and cheating on her all the time. And so I think that when she went into this relationship with Jake, that she was like, okay, I'm going to agree to an open relationship so that way I'm not getting cheated on. But if that's not what you want, if you don't really want an open relationship, then, I mean, he's pretty much basically cheating on you. Like, if that's not what you went into there wanting to have, you're just pretty much allowing him to do that. So because life is not a rom-com. She needs to stay away because he won't change. Exactly. I mean, I get that he's young. He's like, what, 23, 24 maybe? But, you know, maybe he'll be different by the time he's 30. I mean, we all, grow up after, going crazy in our 20s or whatever. So hopefully he gets whatever he's trying to do out of the way and can finally be in a stable relationship. But I don't know, like with his personality, I know that, he probably amplifies it up way on camera for views and to get attention. So I don't know like how different he really is off camera. I don't know how much of the Shane series, like he was just putting up a front and like being calm for this series. So, I mean, you don't really know what somebody acts like off camera until you're actually around them. So, I mean, he could be a completely different person off camera, but she said in her video that he's super high energy, he's easily distracted, and he's always looking for like the next best thing. So just like those are 3 like red flags if that's not what you're looking for. Like if you don't want somebody who's easily distracted, always looking for the next best thing to get attention, and is always super high energy. If you want somebody who's just chill to like hang out with, then that's not the person that she needs to be around. So, but maybe she'll find some nice guy sometime. It'll happen, Tana, eventually. It'll just, I don't know. That's what everyone always says, when you're not looking, the right person comes along, but we shall see what happens next. So we have that happen. And then Trisha put that video out on Twitter where she went on, I think it was Instagram Live, and she was basically crying, saying that she had nowhere to go. And then you heard somebody talking in the background. Did you guys see that video? I don't even know if it's still up or not. She puts out so many tweets, it's hard to... Oh no, I'm back in. No, she must have taken it down. So after she put that out, everyone was just... She had also taken down the photo of her and John Hill off her Instagram. And so, of course, everyone was just instantly assuming that something happened between them. Let's see if it's still off. Her Instagram is so hard to find sometimes. I should just follow her so I can't. Since she posts inappropriate things on her Instagram all the time, it's in like what, ghost mode or something or whatever, where you have to like deep dive for it. I thought that she was trolling Leigh-Marie. Yeah, see, when I first watched it, I was like, oh God, like, I mean, we all know that John has a past history with drug use. So when they said like, I have a court appearance tomorrow or something like that in the background, like, don't put this out, that's instantly where my thought was like, oh, was it John? Does he have some kind of legal battle going on? So that's where I went with it. And then I think it was Sanders Kennedy who... she put that photo of her and John back on her Instagram. So apparently everything is good there again. It was Sanders Kennedy that pointed out that she was basically just making fun of Leigh-Marie because that's really what happened in her video. So like I tweeted out like, hey, Shane Dawson, if you see this, check on her, which, she's always trolling all the time, which unfortunately for her, when she actually does need help, that's going to be the one time that somebody doesn't check on her. So I get that, she does like anything for views. She says anything for views, posts anything for views, anything to stay on like the public eye to get attention. But it's like at some point she's going to seriously be in a place where she needs help, and there's not going to be anybody who's going to reach out to her because they're just going to assume that she's trolling. Because how often are you going to be reaching out for her to be like, oh no, it was just a joke? Then they're just going to think, okay, oh, she's probably just joking again, so I'm not going to reach out because I have something else to do. So I don't know, like, and to even like joke about that, like to be trolling Leah Marie about that, somebody who everyone thinks like really does need some kind of help or intervention from her manager, from possibly being on drugs, like people are seriously worried about her, to be even like making a joke about that is just not cool, and it's not a good look. So I just don't know why Trisha just always feels the need to be doing that. Oh my gosh, I keep burping, sorry. But miraculously, that's the only real scandal that she's been in since the whole hooking up with John Hill thing happened last year. So far this year, she's just had one. But again, we are only 7 days into the year. I'm sure there'll be many more to come. Let's see here. And then Stephanie put out her response video to Nick Avocado about everything going on in that. And apparently she now has lawyers involved because he, on one of his videos, I haven't watched any of his videos since her video came out, but I guess he like released information about her house in one of his videos, and then and again in another video he released more information. So she has now involved lawyers because she's just pretty much done. She asked him in her last video to, since California is like a two-party state, if you like you record anything in somebody's house or you're being recorded or any of that, you have to have consent from both parties to be able to release it. So even though he was in her house, if he didn't sign a waiver, knowing like, hey, you're on security cameras, anything that's recorded in this house at any point in time will be used however we want, because you could definitely have a waiver like that post on your door saying, if you come to this house, you are always being filmed and we reserve the right to use this footage by you entering this property, you agree to that. So if there's a sign posted or if somebody signs something, then they have the right to do anything with that video. But since she doesn't, she has asked him permission multiple times in the video to give her permission to release the security camera footage so she can show everybody that he was taking photos of her house without her permission while she wasn't in the room. So as of now, I haven't seen anything on her videos that has come back out with him giving her permission to use those security camera videos. So it's, the whole situation is just a giant mess. So I feel bad for her. Hi, Loves. Just saw you. Oh, hi. Thanks for joining. We're just talking about random tea that's happened throughout the week. So welcome. Thanks so much. So the whole situation between Stephanie and Nick is just, it's just messy. And we all know that Nick is just always dramatic and over the top. But the fact that now he is involved in another scandal where he's making someone feel uncomfortable, like he did with Trisha Paytas, and everyone accused her of being mean to him, then this comes out and now Stephanie's accusing him of being like aggressive and mean and pushy, and everyone's starting to finally realize that that's just who he is. And so he needs to stop. He needs to go to therapy, something. I don't really know, but there's obviously something not right where he feels the need to be super aggressive towards people and to demand things from them. So hopefully he gets that all figured out, because I don't really know like who's going to want to work with him or do collabs with him or film with him, because they're all going to be like, okay, well, you're going to be aggressive, you're going to be pushy, you're going to possibly leak my personal information, you're going to take photos of my house. So unless they film in like a neutral space or something, they're definitely not going to want him over at their house. So speaking of Trisha, anyone kind of worried about her? I know everyone hates her, like, and Nico, but I think people are being too harsh and they just need help. Yeah, we were just talking about Trish and that video that she put out, and it's just, she's taken it down since then, so it's no longer out. So I think she did get a lot of hate from it because it seemed like she was kind of just trolling Leah Marie. I don't know, Space, if you saw the videos about Leah Marie and people asking people to help her and to, like, check on her. But she released a video that was similar to that, where she was talking to people, and there was somebody who was whispering in the background saying, like, don't send this out. It's going to affect my work if you do. Like, please don't. And so her video was basically the exact same thing, except somebody saying, don't send this out. I have court tomorrow. So I don't really know if she's trolling or not. I mean, hopefully, if she's not, she is getting the help that she needs. If she is trolling, then it's pretty disgusting to joke about something like that from somebody who people really do think need help. So that's kind of my whole take on it. I don't really know what's happening. Like, I don't ever wish ill will on Trisha. Like, do I wish that she'd stop trolling so much? Absolutely. Like, I get it. It brings in the views. It gets your attention that you want. But at some point, it's going to be too much for people just stop caring, and then you're going to really need help, and no one's going to be there. Yeah, the Insta Live was a mess and a bad attempt at trolling. Maybe she trolls to cover her own issues, which is sad. She's lonely. Yeah, she said in the past that she has, like, no real friends. There's nobody there for her when she needs people. So hopefully she is doing okay. And, it was just a joke. It's a sick joke if it was, but hopefully everything's okay. But the thing is, like, I mean, she does have Shane. If she needs to reach out to somebody, like, Shane will always be there for her as far as, what he says on their relationship and what she says on their relationship. They seem like they're close enough that if she needs something, he would always be somebody that she could reach out to, and he would definitely reach back out to her. I'm worried because she didn't look good in her newest video. I can't say that Instagram post is real, but how she looked in her new video was. Yeah, I noticed that too. And then somebody posted a screenshot from another video that was taken that day, and she had, like, the same makeup on, all that stuff. So I don't know if it was, like, really bad lighting, but the photos looked, like, really different. Like, her lip color looked a little bit more, it looked pretty much normal. So I think it might have just been really bad lighting or something. Or she might not have had any kind of lip on at the time. But when she does not wear a lip, or lipstick or anything like that, you can see that she usually has, like, really pale or blue lips. So, or, like, bluish colored lips from, I don't know if it's from the filler or what, but I've seen photos of her before like that. And that's just kind of like what she looks like without any kind of lipstick on. So she said she was sick over the holidays, but girl, she looked like she was coming down on something. Yeah, it's worrisome. Yeah, I mean, no one really knows what's happening. She is hanging out with John, and he has an issue with a substance abuse in the past, which Jacqueline has talked about on her channel before. And I saw somebody post something on Twitter, like, with a photo of her, and then it was a photo of John and Jacqueline at her Halloween party, and they were comparing, like, the pupil sizes, because I believe it's, like, a stimulant, like, will shrink your pupil size. And so they put her picture next to the picture of those two, and you can see that Trisha's and John's eye pupils were, like, super small, but then Jacqueline's were, like, normal size. And so people were like, well, obviously she's on something. But, I mean, unless we are in the room or around them and know, I mean, you're never going to really know, and people are always going to suspect things. But hopefully she is not. I know she has had substance abuse problems in the past, so hopefully she's not falling back into that old habit again. But unfortunately, if you do start to hang out with people who do have those habits as well, then that could lead back to a problem again. Not saying that either of them are doing anything, but that's just, you know, history, like a pattern history of, people who start to hang out with the wrong people again. So she needs real friends in her life. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, she always says that she can't keep friends. So I don't know if it's because, like, people just get sick of her trolling, or if, they get sick of her ghosting them, or if they get sick of just her in general. I mean, I don't really know. I feel like even though she says that she has no real friends, I feel like she, does have some. Maybe, I don't know, she doesn't consider them friends. She's also said in the past that she has no friends at all, which we know is a lie because we all know that she's friends with Shane Dawson and they've been friends for years. So I don't know why she says that she has no friends, but she definitely does. And there's always somebody there to reach out to. And then when Shane's not filming something, he literally says that he just sits at home and he hibernates and he doesn't go out or anything. So I'm sure she called him anytime, day or night, and had a problem, he'd pick up. Or if she needed to go to his house because she needed just to be around somebody to calm her down or something, he'd probably say, hey, come on over. Let's just hang out. I'm not doing anything. So I know she has at least one person that she can reach out to at all times. So hopefully everything works out and nothing bad is going on behind the scenes. But unfortunately, we won't ever know unless she comes out and tells us. And with the trolling that she does, I mean, who knows who's going to believe her, unfortunately. But yes. So hopefully Leah Marie is getting any kind of help that she needs. I haven't seen anything come up about her recently, except for that tweet that went viral with the video. I haven't seen any other videos come up on my timeline yet. I was unfortunately off Twitter all day yesterday. I literally fell asleep at 7 o'clock and I slept all day until 6 a.m. this morning. So obviously I was super tired, and it's not good because I was hoping to put out an actual video yesterday because I was I haven't put out a video since last week. So I'm a terrible YouTuber because I didn't even get one video out in a week, but I've also been super busy with work. So I'm whatever, I'll just make up for it and hopefully get a video out this week. So I didn't see anything yesterday. I haven't seen anything today. So hopefully she's getting everything all figured out. Relatable. Yeah, oh my God. Sometimes you just need a day when you get 12 to 14 hours of sleep, because my body was nope, I'm done. I don't care what you think you're doing today. You're going to sleep. So, yeah. Let's see. And then James Charles got himself into 2 scandals already this year. I don't know if you guys saw the video of him. He was at some party, some New Year's Eve party, and he recorded himself singing along to a song, because that's what we do when we go out. We dance, we have fun, we sing to songs. And unfortunately, it was a song that included everyone's favorite word, apparently the N-word. And he is saying that, no, he did not say it. People are saying he said it. People are saying that he mouthed it. People are saying that he stopped. So I believe Jake Yancey took the video, slowed it down so you could see it. And so do I think he said it? No. Is there a possibility that he mouthed it when he was singing? Possibly. Was he possibly moving his mouth to go to the word after that? Possibly. Honestly, is that big of a deal? I don't think so. If he would have actually physically said the word and heard it audibly, then obviously there's an issue. But the fact that you can't really tell if he was mouthing it, if you can't really tell what was going on. He's even issued a statement before in the past when this happened to him that, no, he stops himself before that word comes on. He doesn't say it. He doesn't mouth it. He doesn't do anything with it. And so he instantly is shot it down. He's no, I did not say that. That is not true. So just drop it and let's move on. And so, of course, it was like trending, like James Charles's over party, like New Year's Day. So happy 2020, happy new decade. James Charles got to be the first scandal of 2020. James Charles gets a canceled hashtag for blinking. Yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that James Charles does turns into a scandal. It doesn't matter what it is. He can go buy a car, he can go buy a puppy or adopt a puppy, whatever he did. Don't know. That's a scandal right there. People are saying that he bought a puppy. People are saying that he didn't adopt it. And it's like, okay, that's not that big of a news issue to like go cancel somebody. You know, he gets, yeah, like you said, canceled for blinking. If he blinks wrong, then he's going to get canceled. If he makes like a face at somebody, he's going to get canceled. And it's like there's actual people out here who are scamming people out of money, who are scamming people out of products, who are doing like actual like terrible things that people don't talk about because it's not James Charles or because it's not some big influencer. Because those people, the smaller ones that are doing all this stuff, they're not going to bring in the views, so people don't talk about them. So it's like everyone's like, how come everybody talks about James Charles and Jaclyn Hill and I don't even know, it's Jeffree Star. Really, like those like the main three that constantly get talked about over and over and over again. And that's because those are the people that people will watch a video about and give you the clicks and give you the views and give you the watch time because, you know, it's the easiest way to get money. So unfortunately, you have people who just constantly make up videos about the same people over and over and over again. And I know even on my channel, like I've made multiple videos about James Charles, but usually they're like over like other things that actually like matter, or then like, you know, the whole like boyfriend situation and all that, like all that drama from last year and the year before. The racism thing is getting pretty toxic too, in my opinion. Everything is racist, but they ignore real issues. Yeah, exactly. And that, I don't know if you guys saw Nick Snyder's video that he put out today, that he was pretty much saying like this needs to stop because people have literally been bullying Petty Page now to the point where she has left Twitter because they're just calling her racist. And it's like they're just being like super mean, making like multiple videos about her just being racist over and over again. And it's just like apparently the new clickbait term for the end of 2019 and 2020 is going to be so-and-so's racist or so-and-so's racist rants or like any of that. And I'm just like, there's actual like people out there, you know, that are doing terrible, terrible racist things on a daily basis on Twitter and tweeting them. And that doesn't matter. But somebody makes one tweet about a word that they say is part of their like area that they live in as a term for someone being stupid. And then you have people like, well, I live, you know, 40 miles from that person and I've never heard that term before. That's just racist. And it's like, okay, just because you've never heard a term before doesn't mean that it's racist. And then, yes, was so happy Nick Snyder talked about it. It's hard to talk about without getting attacked. Yeah, and as soon as you start to defend somebody who's your friend that people are calling a racist, then they're saying like, oh, well, you're just encouraging their racist behavior, so you must be racist too. So I'm sure somebody's going to make a video soon saying, Nick Snyder's racist for supporting racist Petty Page. And then there's their nice clickbait title that they're going to get people to come in and watch. But then like people have also accused Dustin for being racist because he called Martin Lewis a mutt in his video, which the only time I've ever heard the term mutt used was when honestly we were referring to our dog. And they're like, well, what kind of a breed is your dog? And they're like, oh, well, he's just like just a big old mutt because he's mixed with a bunch of different breeds. We don't really know what his actual breed is. And that's the only time I've ever heard that term being used. I've never heard that term being used for a person. It was always used when I was growing up as to describe the breed of your dog because it was just a mixture of different breeds. So I don't know why people are saying now that's a racist term. I mean, I could be wrong if it is. Again, that's just something I've never heard of. But I don't know if you guys have heard that, but that's just what I've heard. So, but I guess Petty Page went on her Instagram live the other day and it was like in tears crying because she was just getting attacked over and over and over again, being called like a racist and all these terrible things. Apparently Nick is anti-Semitic. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, is anti-Semitic. He's transphobic. He's misogynistic. I don't know what other terms that he is, but apparently he's pretty much everything negative that you can be, from what I've heard anyways. So, mutt was kind of an endearing term for pets. People with a nice ethnic mix. Never heard of it used as an insult. Yeah, I've never heard of it used as an insult either. So, I don't know. Like, people will just, like, grasp at straws and say, like, oh, well, that's just racist. That's just inappropriate, when I've never heard anything of the sort. But again, just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean that it's not. I grew up calling myself a mutt because I'm a little bit of everything. Yeah, like, honestly, I don't even know. Like, I always wanted to do one of those, like, 23andMe or, like, Ancestry, like, DNA test kits. But, I mean, according to my family, we're, like, 100% Danish. But, I mean, whose family doesn't ever say, like, oh, you're just this? And it's like, you don't really know, like, what happened before your great 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 grandparents, like all that. So I don't think anybody is 100% anything, no matter how much they claim to be. But you never know. So it'll be, I don't even know. I was gonna order one this year, but then I totally forgot about it because they usually have a sale around like Black Friday. But maybe next year. Nick is everything bad apparently, but he's one of the few that I trust. Yeah, I feel like Nick will pretty much come out and say like whatever he really feels or what he wants to say, and he will give you his full opinion on it, whether you like it or not. Just like the whole thing with Rich Lux happened with his tweets and stuff. He pretty much said, like, I don't owe anybody a responsibility to come onto my channel and to attack one of my friends. Like, if you want me to come onto one of my channel and attack one of my friends, it's not going to happen. But I did speak to Rich privately, and I told him that his tweets were not appropriate, that, what he was saying was not appropriate, and we have discussed it privately because that's what friends do. They take their stuff offline if they have problems and work them out. They don't put it all online for people to come and watch and to attack them. So the fact that he was like, no, I've spoken to him privately, we've had a discussion. Like, that's what you need to do. You don't need to come on to YouTube and make a video about Rich, like, oh, yes, my friend's racist, but I'm still his friend. Or, no, my friend's not racist, but I'm still his friend. Like, yeah, you don't have to do that. Like, but you don't owe that to anybody, because you can go offline and say, we need to talk about this. Here's why I have a problem with it. Here's what I want to hear from you. Like, tell me how you really feel. Let's address this. But that's my opinion. You don't have to do it. I agree with him. You don't have to do it online. You have to look at people's intentions behind their words, not take them at face value as an instant attack, not healthy. Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to really, like, were they like trying to make a joke? Were they trying to do this? Were they trying to do that? Or were they actually like being insensitive and attacking somebody? Now, do I agree with the fact that Rich should have ever used the N-word or said it in a tweet or in a text or in a video? No, I don't think that, anybody should who is not of African-American descent or Black, whatever you say for your term. Like, that is only for those people to be able to use. Like, nobody else, white, Mexican, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish, whatever, Dominican, like any kind of race or nationality that is not like African American does not have the right to use that word ever. And I don't care if that's who you hang out with and they say it's fine. I still don't think it's fine. Like, I mean, that's like the whole like Whoa Vicky situation where she's like, I'm like 45% black, but you know what? You haven't gone through all the struggles that black people have because you look completely white. And she would always say that her dad is black, or what did she say? Did she say black or like Hispanic or something? But then, I mean, photos surfaced of him and he is white. So she was pretty much just using that word all the time. And I don't know how she got away with it, but thankfully she's not doing it anymore. So sorry for spamming your chat. You seem chill, refreshing for drama talk. Oh, no, that's fine. Chat away. The more that people type and chat, the more stuff that we have to talk about. So thanks so much for joining. I'm glad that you got me on your recommended. You're probably like, what's this weirdo doing just drinking a Burger King cup and saying Tea Talk Tuesday? So this is what I do every Tuesday pretty much, is come in and sit. I try to record a video at least every week or so of certain topics and then just talk on like other topics that I haven't touched on in the week. But I didn't have a chance to film a video this week, so we're just kind of talking about everything. So the algorithm worked for once. Yeah, it finally worked for once. Yes. So yeah, like that whole situation with Petty Page and Nick Snyder and all that. So I don't know, like people just need to stop like attacking people, because I know he said like, you know, there's drama channels for drama channels now that they like just make videos about the same like drama channels over and over again. When I mean, there's a lot more drama channels out there than you know of. Like I constantly see like new ones recommended on my feed all the time, and I'm like, I never even heard of this person. Let me go watch their video. And there's drama channels about like every sort of niche in YouTube. There's mukbang drama channels. There's beauty drama channels. There's like DIY drama channels. There's like candle drama channels. Like there's like everything. So, I mean, if these drama channels for drama channels want to be talking about drama channels, like, you know, there's more than just the few. But again, I guess you pick the biggest ones, or, you know, the biggest ones in the communities that you watch, then you go after them and that brings in the views. But I've seen a few like videos from drama channels that I've never heard of that I clicked on their page and they have like 500,000-600,000 subscribers and I've never heard of them. And I know like Nick only has like 300, and I know Rich is getting up to like almost 500, but like Petty Page has maybe like 60. I don't know, but there's like bigger drama channels that are out there, but they're just going after these certain ones. So we'll see if they branch out or not. But yeah. And now apparently there are drama channels about drama channels about drama channels who are reporting on the drama channels who report on the drama channels. Because there's just apparently that much trauma in the drama channel community. Drama channels are what they are, but I think they need a healthy dose of chill to gain more credibility. Petty Page did well. Nick does well. Yeah, like I understand, you know, like their niche is like, I'm going to film videos on drama channels because I want to hold the drama channels accountable. But when you are filming videos on drama channels about people's sobriety, about calling them racist, about whether or not they're like hooking up with somebody, like that's not holding them accountable. Like, you know, accusing them of being biased. Okay, yes, you can make that video because you're like, here's what I see. I see them making videos about these same people over and over again, but they're not really critical about this person. So yeah, then you can make a video saying like, okay, this is why I believe these drama channels are biased. I can see that. But when you're attacking people's sobriety, when you're calling them racist, then that's where it gets to be touchy subjects. So Martin Lewis seemed fun too. Yeah, I think Martin Lewis is super funny. His videos make me laugh all the time. His edits are super funny. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check out Martin Lewis's videos, definitely go check those out. He's pretty funny. Um, and then let's see here. So James Charles' second drama or scandal of 2020 was when everyone was posting those World War III memes, and he posted one saying, "This is me when the army comes knocking for the draft or whatever," and then posted 4 pictures of him dressed up in drag. And then, of course, everybody started hounding him and like jumping on him saying, "That's super insensitive to the trans community. Like, how could you even do that? Like, why? Like, it's not cool. Like, why do you think this is funny?" And he was pretty much saying, like, it's not like, he's like, "I'm not being offensive to the trans community. I never have done anything like negative to affect the trans community. I didn't say like I was trying to pretend to be trans." He's like, "I was just dressed up in drag in these photos, and that they don't allow, the military doesn't allow trans people into the military, unfortunately. Like, I don't think that's right. If they want to go and serve, they should be able to. But that's just unfortunately the way that the US law works, that they don't allow them." So he wasn't the only one who was posting things like that. But again, because he has such a big following, and because he does anything, or when he does anything that is considered slightly inappropriate or slightly offensive, people always attack him. And so he just started to get an instant amount of hate. So I saw that one too. Yeah, like, I didn't think it was super offensive, Caitlin. Like, I understood where he was coming from. Like, I get that it was supposed to be a joke. I saw multiple different people who posted stuff like that. So I don't really understand why. Well, I know why everybody attacked him, because it's James Charles. Oh God, that one was twisted 50 different ways. I thought it was funny and took it as women don't get drafted. That's the way I look at it too. Yeah, like, women don't get drafted, but men do. Had nothing to do with being trans. So I don't know why people instantly took it to there, because he was dressed up in drag and he was saying, "This is what I'm going to look like when the army comes knocking," doesn't mean that you're trans. Like, you could just be dressed up in drag and they're going to be like, "Oh, no, you're not. Oh, you're James Charles. Okay, thanks. Bye. Peace." Like, people are always going to drag him into the negative no matter what he does. Like, even when he does super positive things, like when he was telling people like to tweet him with like just DM or tweet me or whatever, and I'm going to select random people and help you with whatever you need. And so he was like buying people like gifts and Christmas presents or birthday presents or something, and people took that as him just trying to do something good, so people would be like, "Oh, James isn't a bad person," but he just really wanted to make other people happy because he was having a bad day. So he was just like, "Okay, like, I can help some people with like things that they need, and that will make them happy, and it'll make me happy that I'm able to help them." But then people just said that he was trying to do it for attention. So no matter what he does, it doesn't even matter. He's always going to get dragged for it. I don't like James, but people got to stop twisting things around when it comes to him. Yeah, like, he, unfortunately, James does do or say stupid things way too often. I mean, but, he is, and I'm not trying to use this as a defense, but I mean, he is only 20. He is a, social media influencer that gets tons of hate. And so he will just sometimes clap back and not think about it when he does it. And then afterwards, people are like, "Well, that was rude." And like, when I go back to think of like, things that I have reacted to when I was younger, like, I've probably like done or said stupid things back in the day. But since I wasn't, on social media, like with a big, huge following, and people weren't following my every move, like, it just, he always gets attacked all the time. So, and the same thing happens to Jeffree Star. After he gets attacked so much, he'll clap back at somebody and be like, "Shut up." And then, of course, then that becomes the drama news of the day, was James Charles was rude to a fan, or rude to this person, or Jeffree Star was rude to his customer, or rude to his fan. And like, no matter what, they just can't win. Like, they get all this hate, and then when they try to stand up for themselves, then they get called rude for doing it. So who didn't know? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, at 20, we all like have reacted stupidly to things, and it's just like, unfortunately, like his life is on the internet. So I don't even like him much either, but always end up defending him because it's hilarious what people try to cancel over. Yeah, like he'll get canceled over anything pretty much. Like if he sneezes wrong, he's gonna get a canceled party. Like James Charles is over party because he sneezed in the wrong pitch. I didn't at his age, and I'm 22, and I'm gonna be 22 this year. Yeah, and I mean everyone's different too, Caitlin. Like it just depends on like the situation. If somebody eggs you on enough, you're gonna sometimes just say something back to them and just be, I've had enough of your crap. Like this is how it is. If you don't like it, bye. If you do, whatever. But sometimes like you just get to that point where you've been pushed so much where you're just like, I'm done taking your abuse. I'm gonna stand up for myself. And then he just gets attacked for standing up for himself. Jeffree was edgy back in the day, but that was in the scene kid culture 2000s. So the fly, yeah, like if Jeffree was like doing insane stuff that he did back in the day, minus his racist past that he had, like just the way that he was acting, all that stuff, like people wouldn't be watching or giving him views or following him anymore. But it's shown that he has matured and that he has changed as a person. So who knows like where James is going to be when he's 30. I mean, he could literally be as successful as Jeffree Star at the age of 30 with his own makeup line. I mean, when you think about it, I think, wait, is Jeffree 28? Maybe 28? 30? I don't remember how old he is. Let me look it up real quick. Because, I mean, Jeffree's only had his makeup line for 5 years. Okay, so he's 34. Just kidding. I don't even know, apparently, my ages anymore. So Jeffree's 34. So really, he started his makeup line when he was 29. And James is 20. So in 9 years, like James could have his own makeup line at the age of 29. And when he's 34, be as rich as Jeffree. Like, like the way I almost feel like the way that Jeffree was acting back when he was James's age was worse than how James is acting. Because that's just the scene that he was in, like the punk rock, like Warped Tour age, like all that stuff. That's just like what those people did. They just did out of control things, broke things, like screamed, like all that stuff. So, who knows what Jeffree was really doing behind the scenes at the age of 20, like James was. So, I mean, I guess time will tell. In 9 years, we will see where James is, or maybe he won't even be in the makeup community at that point, or who knows? A lot can happen in 9 years. So, yeah, I followed him back in MySpace. Yeah, I remember seeing him on MySpace, but I'm sure I was following him because I don't remember. I mean, that was, God, so long ago. But, I mean, I did more, like, friend things on MySpace than, like, following, like, I didn't even know that there's a huge, like, celebrity thing on MySpace. I could have been following him and not even known who he was. So, Jeffree is admirable or as a businessman now. Yeah, like, he's completely, hey, Samantha, how's it going? Welcome to the Tea Talk Tuesday chat, where we are just chatting about all the drama that's happened in the past week. Yeah, Jeffree's completely like switched his entire image around, where he's now like a brand CEO, and he's not like out doing crazy things while he's like on tour with music and stuff. Yeah, like does he do inappropriate things or say inappropriate things on Twitter? Yes, it happens. But again, that's why in the last Tea Talk Tuesday, I talked about how Jeffree really needs to hire a PR team to have, or to be in charge of like a Jeffree Star Cosmetics Twitter page, because everybody on Twitter just tags him and everything because there's no company page to tag him in like there is on Instagram. So then all the information will go to the Twitter page, which then somebody can respond to instead of directly to him. And then he wouldn't have to respond to anything except for putting out a statement that the company has also put out. So then all the people who are following him could also see the statement as well. Let's see, I didn't have MySpace because I was too young, but I do remember his music and Warped Tour days. Yeah, I remember seeing, like, I think that they played his music at my work. I don't know. But I remember, like, they, everything was at like Hot Topic in the mall and stuff. So, like, I know that I had definitely like seen his merch. I've seen, like, heard his music and all that stuff back when he was doing music. But I just can't remember if I was like following him on MySpace or not. Like, I don't even really remember. So, but again, that was like 10 years ago. So, who knows where James Charles is going to be in 10 years? Who knows where any of these people are going to be in 10 years? Who knows where Jeffree's going to be in 10 years? Like, I mean, yes, his business is doing amazing right now, but, brands come and go. So, I mean, who knows in 10 years, it might not be as popular as it is. So, I had MySpace, but I'm sure I wasn't following him. Yeah, I didn't even know there's a ton of celebrities on MySpace. I don't know. He was like the most famous. And like, there's Tila Tequila, who went completely crazy and off the radar, and apparently is a Nazi now. So, internet fame does weird things to you. I remember she had that show, like A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila. So that was the good days of reality TV, where it's like that, and then A Rock of Love with Bret Michaels, and Flavor of Love, and I Love New York. Those are like the good reality shows that I wish that they would bring back personally. I'm ready for like an I Love New York season 4. Season 3? No, she had 3 seasons. Season 4. Jeffree's also refreshing because it doesn't demand pronouns, but you still want to say she sometimes. Yeah, like, I mean, you can call Jeffree like whatever you want. He really doesn't care. Oh my god, Rock of Love. Yeah, Rock of Love was amazing. Amazing. My god, Tila deserves a documentary, right? I mean, maybe that'll be the next Shane Dawson documentary. Did she ever have a YouTube channel? I don't know if she ever had a YouTube channel. We'll have to look. Let's get on YouTube. I mean, no one ever knows what the next Shane Dawson documentary is going to be. So, I mean, it could possibly be there. No, I don't think she ever had a YouTube channel. Charm School for the Girls from Rock Love is even funny. Oh my god, I loved Charm School. It was, I think it was this. I don't remember if it was season 1 or season 2. I think season 1 was the one with Monique was the host, and I think season 2 they had Sharon Osbourne. But I remember, I'm pretty sure it was season 1 with Monique, and Safari she was on the show, and you know how they always give them nicknames, and they were like taking off their nicknames and like burning it, and she never even made it onto the show to get a nickname, so her name tag literally just said her name, and she like went up there and she's like, what kind of name is that? She's like, well, that's my real name. She's like, I never made it into the show to get a name. And she just like tore it off and like tossed it into the fire and like slowly walked back. And I was like, oh my god, that just killed me. I was like, that's just too much. But yeah, those are like my favorite shows. That and like even like when the Osbournes was on, like I remember that was like one of like the first reality TV shows. I mean, we had that, and then The Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. The first season was the best, but every season after that just kind of went downhill. I remember like when they filmed their last season, like they weren't even friends, but they were contractually obligated to do the season, and so they had to film it. And it's like, ugh, it was not a good season. Buckwild was hilarious. Can't remember what show she was from. She was from Flavor of Love. I remember those shows very well. I remember The Simple Life, watching it on Prime. Yeah, I actually own the DVD for The Simple Life for the first season because I liked it that much that I actually went out and bought the DVD after it came out. But now you can, just pretty much buy everything like on Amazon or on Prime or on the on Apple and don't have to worry about it. Oh, that's right. MG Nielsen. Yes, yep. She was on Flavor. She was on Flavor of Love. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then they had their own show together. Oh, what a lovely era of reality. Yes, that was the best. Like, I don't even like. They need to bring like some of those shows back. Like, I don't care how like trashy people thought those shows were. I thought they were amazing. I even like loved watching the Bad Girls Club too. The Bad Girls Club. Like the people in there were just so over dramatic and just constantly fighting. And then you always like the first episode, they show you the like fight that leads up to like the first person getting kicked out of the house, and then you have to wait like 5 weeks to like actually get to that episode sometimes. And I'm just like, why would you do that to me? And then they're supposed to like the whole point of that show was to get them together so they could become nicer people. And they were like beef back and forth, but towards the end, like people like pair up and like be friends and stuff. But then everybody got back together at the reunion and they heard what everybody was saying about them behind their back, and then they all just have giant fights at the reunion. I love that show. I wish they never would have canceled it. But okay, let's see here. Where were we? Okay, so we talked about Tana, talked about Trisha, talked about James Charles. Both the James Charles scandals. Even Jersey Shore was hilarious, but nowadays they may not fly because people get offended way too easily. Yeah, Jersey Shore. Well, they did bring Jersey Shore back because now they have the Jersey Shore Family Vacation. They've had 2 seasons of that, but it's like them just like in a house, like in a mansion, pretty much for like a month. And they just like hang out and they're not working. They're like actual friends now. So there's like fighting, but there's not like a lot of fighting. It's not as dramatic. They're not being like over the top. So, they've brought it back and it's done well enough to do 2 seasons. I don't know if there's going to be a season 3 or not, but I missed the Tana talk for once. I actually support her. Yeah. Pretty much I was just me saying like, Tana, you need to find what you really want. Like if you're trying to change yourself to make Jake happy and that's not like what you want to do, if you don't feel like you need to change yourself, then don't change yourself. If you feel like there's a problem with you that you want to personally work on, that's different than changing yourself to make somebody else happy. So hopefully she realizes that she needs to get out of that relationship. If he is not going to pretty much meet her halfway, it doesn't even sound like he's meeting her quarter of the way right now, and she's like doing everything. So hopefully she can figure out what she really wants and get into a better place, because she does not seem very happy. And then let's see here. What else was there? Because then like the whole James Charles and the World War III memes trending and stuff. But then I just saw like a lot of like posts of like people saying like, please pray for these people that are going over to protect the country, these soldiers. And a lot of people were just like being super mean under the comments, like, well, that's what you signed up for. It's not our fault that you signed up for it. And yes, I totally understand that that's what they signed up for. But also, like, if they didn't sign up for it and go over there to do this thing that they don't have a choice of doing because they've signed up for it, then that's when the draft comes out and then you get picked and you don't have a choice either. So, like, just because they signed up for it and people are asking, for prayers for them doesn't mean that you need to be like super mean about it, because if they didn't sign up for it and there was a military shortage, then again, that's when they bring out the draft, and then that could be anybody going over there. It could be you who is sitting in your room tweeting terrible, mean things to people all day, and then going over there, and then somebody like tweeted out like, "Oh yeah, these are the terrorists going over to another country to kill innocent people," and I'm just like, why are people just like being so mean? Like, I don't know, like those are the people who are giving their lives to give you the freedom to be able to sit in your room and tweet stuff like this. Go to Twitter. Lifestyle just put out an article about Tana. Oh. What lifestyle? There's so many lifestyle magazines. Let's see here. Always made fun of her because I love iDubbbz, but honestly, she stands a chance for the future. She seems smart and just young. Yeah, I think that people think that Tana's stupid. I mean, was the whole TanaCon thing stupid? Yes and no. If she would have taken more time to plan it instead of doing it that year and done it the following year and actually planned for it, I think it would have been very, very, very successful. But she's also very reactionary, and she just wanted to rub it in YouTube's face that she's like, well, I can do better than you anyways. And I think she's very smart and very business smart. I mean, she says that she's always claimed to be demonetized and all that stuff, which most of the time she is, but she has plenty of money from brand deals, sponsorship, stuff like that. So she's making a lot of money. Just at you. Oh, okay. And Tana Mongeau tweets about David Dobrik saying, or David texting her for the past 2 days. What? When did she even tweet that? Oh my God, what's going on? Tana, what are you doing? World War III is hard to take seriously, and no one takes Trump seriously, and I don't think the world does either. Let's relax and make some memes for now. Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, who knows what's really going to happen? I mean, they said that the attacks over on Iran will not be taken lightly, and that they are going to retaliate. So who knows what's really going to happen, unfortunately, and it is a scary thing. But I mean, we really don't know what's going to happen until it happens, unfortunately. That you just got to wait day by day and see what happens. Minecraft or Fortnite? I've played Minecraft before. I have not played Fortnite before, so I guess I'd have to go Minecraft. Tana Mongeau tweets about David Dobrik texting her for the past 2 days, and we have some questions. It's scary for sure, but what can we do? Yeah, we really can't do anything. I mean, just, pray for the best, because who really knows? Okay, so I obviously will read this like in depth, but it's like, okay, so they pretty much say, oh my God, where'd it go? Okay, so the article is speculating that they might be a thing. Yeah, let's see this harder. Okay, so it's not that long. So pretty much it says, YouTube's newest sweethearts or just friends. Tana Mongeau took to Twitter on Sunday, January 5th, to reveal that she and fellow influencer David Dobrik have been chatting. And then it says, in quotes, for the past 2 days, I've been constantly napping when David texts me, what are you doing? Quote unquote is what he is saying to her. So I just changed his text tone to an alarm tone. because 2020 is not the year of effing my bag up or effing up my bag. So here's my thing. It's like, if you're gonna like do this, like at least just take a screenshot of her tweet, because I mean, unless I go back and look at it, like, am I gonna know if it's actually what she said? So now you have to actually go back and look on her Twitter to see if it was actually there. They didn't even take a screenshot and put it in the article. Like, come on, what kind of a news station are you? So I don't know if he's texting her because he wants her to come over and film a video. Because obviously when David texts you and wants to put you in a video, you're going to make some money. So then it goes on to say, considering Tana 21 and David 23 run in a similar circle, it's entirely possible that there's nothing romantic going on. However, this isn't the first time they sparked dating rumors this year. On January 2nd, Tana and David separately posted an Instagram story using a popular filter that predicts your future. Both social media stars received the in love result. After noticing David's story, Tana posted it with the caption, "Coincidence? I think not." Needless to say, people have been shipping the pair ever since. To add fuel to the fire, Tana and Jake have officially called it quits. Oh, I must have missed that. Tana and Jake are now over. So that must have happened between when she released her video and today. So I must have missed that. On top of releasing a joint statement, Tana uploaded a candid video about the nature of her relationship with a controversial personality. But in the video that I watched, she said that they were still together. So I don't really know. Maybe it was the part where I fell asleep, but I thought I watched the whole thing about Jake. So I could have been wrong. And then in quotes it says, "I'm so unhappy with the way my relationship with Jake looks in the public eye. I've done so much pretending that I don't care what I do. So it's my fault," she admitted. "We have this project we now have to work on, and I don't ever want to be on bad terms. But I thought that their TV show got canceled. So maybe the TV show is still happening, but I heard it got canceled, so we shall see. I don't ever want to not be friends. There will always be a part of me that will open my heart to him. I wish every day him and I could get back to the way we were because it was magic. No tea, no shade, but we think David is exactly the kind of guy Tana should be with. Here's hoping they drop some more clues about their potential romance soon." So that's the whole article. When you spill that much tea about your personal life, it's worth being skeptical. Yeah, I mean, when you're half your channel is about your personal life, like, why not try to put a rumor out there, because that's going to get more people to your channel. It's going to get people talking about you. And even if it's not true, it's not true. I mean, just in my last video, we talked about, Manny having to deny rumors about him and James Charles dating. And then everybody was talking about wait, Manny and James Charles dated? Something as simple as that is gets people talking and gets people over to your channel. The Trisha tactic. Yeah. I mean, God, I would say 90% of Trisha's videos are her talking about her relationship. So it works, obviously, because it's been working for her for years. It's in the Instagram statement they both put out. All right, well, let's go read their Instagram statement. Oh, wait. Oh, where is it? Oh, I don't have an Instagram statement from Tana. Oh, wait, is it this one? When is this one? 5 days ago. Oh, wait, hold on. That's it. Okay, is it the same thing? Okay, I think it's the same thing. Oh, no, okay, they're both different, I think. Okay, so this was 5 days ago. Yeah, okay, this is what happens when I don't get on Instagram regularly. So it's this photo of them two together. And it's the same photo on each of their pages. So this is on Tana's. It says, okay, I don't really know how to do a we're taking a break post, and this is weird as fuck. I'm happy to still be able to sit with Jake and laugh as we do this, but for right now, we both are taking a break to focus on our very own crazy lives. I'll never know what the future holds, and I will always love Jake and everything we did. I'm grateful to know throughout this, I've made a best friend for life and found someone to do life with when no one understood me. Here's to 2020, working on us and my new Lamborghini since I get half of everything. No need for crazy speculations. This is coming from a place of nothing but love. I love you, Jakey. Thank you for this past year. Okay, and then let's see what his said. So then Jake's statement says, as Tana and I sit next to each other writing captions about taking a break, we are literally laughing at how crazy and stupid the past couple of months have been and cracking jokes at how silly all this seems. I'm keeping custody of Thor, but Tana unfortunately gets my Lamborghini. I wouldn't change anything that happened. We're best friends, and right now it's best for us to focus on our lives and see what the future holds. P.S. Our friends started playing sad music while we were writing these captions, and we all started laughing our asses off. This is bittersweet, but it's just what's best for us right now. The last thing that we want to see is fans speculating what happened. We truly need a second to focus on our own lives and ourselves. Love you, Mojo. So they are, I guess that's their official statement. From what Tana was saying in her video, though, about like how hurt she was, just like with things that he has done, like enacted, like I don't know if that's just coming from the PR side of them saying like, oh, post that, make it funny. But if you go back and watch her video, you can see that she's upset and she's like just not herself. So I don't really know if they're just trying to save face for the sake of their images or for his image, because she's already put out her own statement about how she really feels about the relationship. So I guess, who knows? We have her story. Now they have a joint statement. So I doubt that he'll ever say anything about it. So let's see. Something about them going separate ways or something like that. Yeah. So apparently they're going to take a break and then focus on themselves. And who knows? Maybe Tana and Bella will get back together. We don't really know. With Tana and Bella, you never really know. But hopefully it's just what Tana needs to get herself back into or on the right track of being like who she was, about being happy. Because she said that, 2019 was her most like successful year financially and career-wise, but it was literally like the most depressing year that she's had ever, like for her personal well-being. And even throwing in like the whole Jake and the marriage and thing, she literally said it was the worst year that she's ever had mentally. So I don't know if maybe she just forgot about that part where she was happy, but maybe, that was what she was really feeling. Like, doesn't matter how much that she put into the relationship, she was never getting that much back. And so that, has an effect on you mentally. So who really knows? But, yeah, okay. Let's see here. Was that everything that I had? I thought I had a topic list prepared for today. Did I not save it? I don't think I saved it. Oh, God, I'm such a terrible YouTuber. This is why nobody likes me. I'm just kidding. I know you guys like me, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything like else that's really happened. Unfortunately, we have like oh, thanks, vegan. I know you guys like me, otherwise you wouldn't sit here and listen to me ramble for like 2 hours. We have like, unfortunately, like the Australian fires. So hopefully they get all of those under control. Like I saw a map. I wish I would have saved that tweet. It literally almost looks like the entire continent of Australia is on fire at this point. There's over like 100 different fires that's going on right now. I don't remember how much like damage they said. Like it was like 100 hectares or something. It's like a huge amount. And over like 500,000 animals have died. Like people are missing. Like we thought that the California fires were bad. Like literally it looks like almost the entire continent of Australia is on fire. And unfortunately, like most of Australia is like along the coast. That's like population wise, and that's where a lot of the fires are. They're not in like the central of Australia where it's a smaller population. They're literally like all along the coast too. So it's just like super scary. So I feel bad. Like there was a live stream from Luke Alexander that was on last night that I missed because I was sleeping. But he did a live stream for like charitable donations and stuff. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully his video went well and he was going to help donate that money to help fight the fires and stuff. But it's just like out of control. There's a thing, or there's the Jeffree thing, but I'm not comfortable. Oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's see, World War III. Yeah, the Australian fire. Oh, yeah, there's like a Puerto Rico, like a 6.2 magnitude earthquake in Puerto Rico today, I think. It's like, what is going on with the world? Like, there's flooding in, I think, Indonesia. Australia's on fire. There's a huge earthquake that hits Puerto Rico. World War III is happening. James Charles is canceled, but that's always going to happen like every day. So that's nothing really big. And yeah, I saw that Jeffree had canceled his trip to the UK to do that master class with Mitchell for personal reasons. And obviously nobody knows what's going on because he hasn't issued a statement. But of course, people are speculating and putting out tweets. I know I saw one that somebody tweeted out that he had removed like wifey of Nathan from all of his social media bios. But I mean, I don't pay attention to many social media bios because I don't like, I mean, I'm looking at your tweets. I'm not really looking at what you're saying in your social media bio. But so obviously like people are speculating that him and Nathan have broken up. But I know that he's always said that his mother, that Jeffree's mom wasn't in the best of health for like the past year. So I mean, hopefully she's okay. But I mean, you know, it could be something to do with her. I mean, nobody really knows, so I'm not going to really assume anything until he issues a statement. I hope Australia is doing okay. Let's also sell nudes. Oh yeah, I saw that girl that was selling nudes on Twitter to donate all the money to help fight the fires in Australia. I mean, it's a smart move. I mean, it got a lot of attention. Who knows how much money she's made off of that to like donate, but and I'm sure people are just sending her money because they think it's super funny that she's doing that, or it's, you know, super awesome that she's doing whatever she can to help. I mean, if you can't donate yourself or go physically help, like how can you help? And she's like, you know what? I'm going to sell my nudes to whoever wants to buy them and then use that money. I mean, go for it. I mean, I don't really care. If she wants to do it, she wants to do it. If it's helping out, it's helping out. I love BTS. So I was worried about North Korea more than I should. What happened in North Korea? Nate deleted all of his socials. Well, Nate only had Instagram that I'm aware of. Well, and Snapchat, but he hasn't been on Instagram or Snapchat for a couple months. So that's not something that happened recently. He hasn't been on Instagram or Snapchat for a while. So that's not something that just happened recently. That's not our business. Surely Jeffree will address it when he's right. Exactly. Like, I mean, I hope everything's okay with him and Nate. I hope everything's okay with his mom. But obviously there's personal things that he is dealing with that when he feels like he wants to address it, and he doesn't even have to. Like, I know people are gonna like message him and be like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" Unfortunately, he's gonna be getting those messages all the time saying like, "Why did you cancel?" And you know what? He doesn't have to tell us anything. If it's something personal that's not related to his business, then he doesn't have to address anything at all. Like, I'm sure he will, because that's just the kind of person that he is. But I mean, the fact that everyone's like, "Oh, him and Nathan broke up," or like something might have happened with his mom. Like, we don't really know what happened. So I mean, it could be an issue. Unfortunately, another issue with one of his dogs. Like, nobody knows what's going on until he officially tells us. So Nate deleted a few months ago. Nate's brother did Instagram Live and said it had nothing to do, or wait, and said it had to do with Jeffree's family. Oh, okay. Yeah, so hopefully his mom's okay, but when he wants to address what's happening, that's when he'll do it. I didn't see Zach do an IG Live, but I also haven't been on IG for a long time. Yeah, I'm not even I don't even think I'm following Zach on Instagram. I'm just terrible. Like, Instagram's not my go-to. Like, I don't post things on Instagram. I follow like people on Instagram that like I follow just because, like, obviously I follow like Cody on there. Obviously, I think a lot of you guys found me through Cody, so thanks for joining. But yeah, I mean, I follow him on Instagram, and I like his posts and stuff to help his engagement. But I don't post much on Instagram, so I don't really go on there unless I need to look at an influencer's live or to grab some screenshot or something. So I don't tend to go on there unless like I'm going on there to spam likes on people's posts. North Korea is full of hot air and empty threats. Oh, yeah, I don't really know what's going on with North Korea. I'm sorry, unfortunately. I know that they're, threatening the U.S. all the time, but I didn't see Zach's live, but I heard that's what was said. Zach who? Sorry, but Zach is Nate's brother. Apparently he said that there was something going on with Jeffree's family, according to what he said on his Instagram Live. Apparently, allegedly, that's what we'll say. I follow Zach so I can see when he goes live on Twitch again. Oh, I didn't even know Zach was on Twitch. I'm terrible. Like, there's just so many platforms that people are on these days, like Twitter, Instagram. Like, thankfully, not a lot of people, influencer-wise, use Facebook. At least the people that I follow, anyways. I'm sure there's influencers that post on Facebook, but I barely use my Facebook, so I don't really know what goes on there. But then you have Twitch. I don't really think that people do YouNow anymore, or what was it on Periscope? So thankfully, like, I think YouNow and Periscope are pretty much gone. But then there's TikTok, and it's like, my God, there's just too many to keep track of. I can't have that many like things that I have to go check on a daily basis. There's enough drama on Twitter that if there's something happening on Instagram, it'll be posted on Twitter, thankfully. He has a gaming channel. Oh, okay. See, I don't follow a lot of gamers, so I didn't even know. I mean, I know that Nate said that he likes to play games, and I think I remember like him saying that him and Zach would play like video games all the time. But I didn't know that Zach actually had like a full-on gaming channel. So I don't even know. Like, I think on Twitch I follow Answered ID, and I think I still follow Thomas Halbert on there because he doesn't post really anything on YouTube anymore, but he does gaming. But I was following him one night because he was just involved in some drama and he was talking about it on there. And so now I get a notification whenever he like goes on, and I'm like, why do I have this on? I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to turn it off. I feel too old for IG gaming streams though. Yeah, like, from what I hear from everybody, that pretty much everyone keeps saying Instagram's dying. Like, there's just people are just over the fact that it's just like, oh, go on here, double tap my photo, give me a like, get me some engagement, so then that way I can, be an influencer and get brands to pay me to post stuff. I think when Instagram, if it officially goes through and hides all the likes on posts, like they said that they were testing and trying out, I think that as soon as like I know you'll be able to see the actual like count on your page, but nobody else will be able to see it. I think that's going to be pretty much the death of Instagram because then brands have to, excuse me, pretty much take influencers' word on how many likes are on a post. And I wouldn't put it past people to take a screenshot of their likes and to Photoshop it to be able to be like, oh, yeah, look at the engagements that I get on my post. I have 10,000 followers and I'm getting, 6,000 likes and all that. So I feel like if they do get rid of the public viewing of likes, that people are going to start to do shady things behind the scenes. And then brands are going to be paying people for posts that aren't getting the engagement that they say they are, unless they actually physically give that brand their account name and password to be able to see the likes themselves, or if they have to do it on like a video call or something so they can see that it's not edited. But I feel like until that happens where they see people start to act shady about it, then they're going to be paying people for things that they shouldn't be. I only follow about 4 people. And one of those is my best friend and Zach. Yeah, I'm not like a huge like Twitch person. Sometimes I'll get on there and watch random things when I have nothing going on. I'm like, oh yeah, let's see what's going on Twitch because I have it downloaded. Because I originally downloaded it when Jeffree was going on Twitch when he was doing random Twitch streams instead of doing like YouTube live streams because I think you could smoke on Twitch where you can't on YouTube. So he went over to Twitch so he wouldn't get his channel deleted on YouTube for smoking on camera. And then he was doing those videos with that pinball guy for a while when that pinball guy came back and forth for a couple of videos to go play his machines at the warehouse. So I was I had it downloaded to watch those, but really I don't use it for anything else anymore. So, Kimboda is my favorite Twitch streamer. He calls Indian tech scammers and wastes their time so they're not targeting the elderly. A great call. Oh my God. I will have to check that out. I'm assuming that he keeps all of his videos up and they're not just like live streams. Oh my God. I just had a conversation actually with my mom about this. And she was saying like, oh yeah, the Dodge people or whoever like Dodge people who try to call and sell me like extended insurance just love me. She's like, because I just sit there and ask them questions. She's like, the last one I was on the phone with them for 4 hours before she got tired of talking to them. And she's like, okay, well, I have to go cook dinner, but I think I've wasted enough of your time. So you couldn't call somebody else and scam them and try to get money out of them because you're not getting any money out of me. And then at that point, that person hung up. She didn't have a chance to hang up on them. So she will keep them on the phone when she's not working for like 4 or 5 hours at a time, just so they can't call somebody else. It's like, oh my God. Sometimes you just have too much time on your hands. Eugenia Cooney has a Twitch, I believe. Oh, because I think she's doing gaming stuff now too. Because I know that she's been posting a couple of videos here and there on YouTube. I don't know if she's posting like regularly. I mean, not like I can blame her because I don't know how to keep a regular schedule posted. Then I'm wondering why I don't have any followers on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it looks like she's come back to posting a lot things more regularly since she did her thing with Shane. I mean, she's putting out, it looks like a video once a week or once every couple weeks. So looks like she's doing a lot more just like makeover or like makeup related stuff on YouTube. So let's see here. I think you see it pops up in my Twitter feed sometimes. Yeah, I saw like she was posting like makeup looks that people were retweeting. She does gaming. Okay, yeah. I thought that she was doing like gaming stuff because I saw like a picture where like with their headphones on and stuff. He does keep them up. If you need funny background noise for 6+ hours, he does characters to troll them into insanity. Tech scammers are a big business, but he's getting them shut down. Kitbota YouTube channel has clips of the streams too. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, I mean, since like, technology became more and more relevant and like people don't understand, like some people still just don't understand it. Like there's plenty of people who don't use technology, who don't use smartphones, who don't use, the internet on a regular basis, that they don't know when somebody's calling to like scam them out of things. Some people just don't get it, and some people are just super naive, unfortunately. But a lot of the elderly population don't know things about the internet and scammers and stuff that we would all be like, how could you fall for that? So unfortunately, there's terrible people who will swindle people's entire life savings out of them for retirement and don't care one bit about it. Unfortunately, that's just the world we live in, that people care more about themselves than anything else. I think she plays Kingdom Hearts on there. I've never played Kingdom Hearts ever. I know it's like a huge thing, but I just never got into it. I'm just waiting for the Final Fantasy VII remake to come out. That's what I'm waiting for. Let's see. I stream on Twitch sometimes, but I haven't since the summer because I have nothing to play. Well, Caitlin, you got to get something to play. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of games that come out. Apparently, I mean, somebody was in here earlier asking Minecraft or Fortnite. I mean, those are always two games that people are watching. I didn't even know that people were still playing Minecraft, but I know that it has recently popped back up again last year. But I mean, I played it like once or twice, but then I've never played Fortnite because I'm just a terrible person. Find a chill MMORPG that makes you happy. There's lots of free ones. People are watching. I streamed Oni Girl twice, but only got like 4 viewers. FS7 remake till death. Yeah, like I'm ready for that Final Fantasy VII remake to come out. I wonder just how it's going to be. I mean, it's been, like 20 some years since the original came out, and obviously, like, the graphics that they had in it back then were still not like the most amazing for what they could have been. But I know that they, did that on purpose. Like they wanted it to kind of look like that. But I mean, they used as much disk space as they could for like those really big, like cinematographic, like edits that they had in. And that's really what like drove people to like be like, oh, okay, this is like really good. So I'm just like excited to see what happens, or when it's supposed to come out. I think in March of this year. So that makes me excited to know that it's supposed to come out this year. So it should come out on the PS4, which will be nice because then I won't have to buy the PS5 to be able to play it, because I figured that wait and like put it on the PS5. But thankfully it's supposed to be coming out this year. So Fortcraft, I know, right? They could just put Minecraft and Fortnite together and just call it Fortcraft. I have games I just never home. And I've left my headset at school. Oh, no, I hear you. I wanted to start this stream like at 6 o'clock, so I was supposed to be off work at like 5. So like, okay, I can leave work, get some food, go home, have a moment to relax before I get on. And literally I was still at work at like 6:15, and I was like, I have to go. And Nick is live right now. And it's just titled The Reach. Oh gosh, I wonder if him and It's Tea Time got into like a Twitter battle, because I haven't been on to see what's really going on. So, so I was like, I need to go because I need to eat dinner, and I've been at work since 8 this morning, and I have plans. Tuesday's my tea time Tuesday, or my tea talk Tuesday, and I gotta go. FF8, FF10 remakes would be to Chrono Cross. See, I never played Chrono Cross. I played Chrono Trigger when that was out. And Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore. So I played those, and obviously Final Fantasy. Like I have the original Final Fantasy one on my original Nintendo. So I have that, and then I have like Final Fantasy 3, which is technically 6 in the US. Let's see here. Initial release date for Final Fantasy 7 Remake is going to be March 3rd, 2020. So we'll have to see if it makes it out on time or if it gets pushed back. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, hopefully he leaves the live up so I can watch it. If not, unfortunately, I missed it. I just don't feel like having his live playing in the back of my live. I think that's like live inception. It might be just way too much. And then I'll just be distracted too much listening to his live than paying attention to what I'm doing. So then it'd be like a live of me watching a live. That's just way too much. Excuse me. Go eat. Oh no, I ate. Like I got food on the way home from work, so that's why I wanted to start this at 7. But I don't think I started it till like about 7:10, because I was eating real quick, and I was like, okay, I need to eat, relax for a second, and then I'll hop on live. So I wanted to start at 7, so I started a little bit late. But originally, I wanted to start at 6, but I was still at work. We had some issues, so. Oh, Zach is live on Twitch. See, why is everybody going live during my lifetimes? They're trying to take you guys away from me. Chrono Cross was beautiful and underrated. I think I saw it back in the day, like going to like going to Blockbuster, back when that was a thing. I think I remember seeing it because I don't know if they did like a Nintendo DS like remake of it or anything, but I don't know. I saw it somewhere or something. I don't know, but I'm peacing out so I can watch the stream before I go to bed. It's been forever. All right, Caitlin, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so I'm excited to see the actual like. I haven't been keeping up on the Final Fantasy VII remake for a while, so I want to see like actual gameplay of it because they always show like the gameplay like video portion, but they don't show like the actual part and be like running around and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what the actual video of them playing looks like because it always looks different than what they say it's going to. But let's see here. Was there anything else that I had talk about? I think that was like a majority of the topics. Tana, we talked about really like Petty, Page, Nick, all that stuff. James Charles, World War III, all that fun stuff. Australia. What else did we talk about? See us on endurance Cody. Yes. If he starts it super early at 3 o'clock, though, I won't be there because I'll still be at work, but I might be able to catch the end of it. Good night, everyone. All right. Bye, Caitlin. See ya. Just a good tea session. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to get on here and chat about, anything and everything. The fact that we started with like random YouTube drama, and now we're talking about streaming on Twitch and role-playing games and stuff. T-Trigger here for the T and Nick are popping off on Twitter. Oh gosh. Well, I saw like 30 minutes ago or something that T-Trigger went live and now Nick is live. So I'm wondering if Here for the T is in T-Trigger's live talking about Nick because Nick talked about Here for the T in his latest video saying how pretty much that Here for the T is going to turn on like T-Trigger and IST time when like she doesn't need them to do her bidding anymore. I don't. That's just what he was saying. I mean, there's just so much drama about everything. Nick is pissed off. Is he like screaming at the thing? Okay, let's hop into the live and see what's going on. Oh my god, if they see me, they're gonna be like, now this weirdo's trying to get into it. Which I'm not. I'm not trying to get into the drama, I promise. This is because the anti-Semitism. What? Did somebody like post something about it or say something about it again? Like him being anti-Semitic or something? Let's see here. Live.
Like, oh, his wall is white. That means, he must be, you know what I mean? Like, it's like crazy.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm just like, there is a Metallica.
I don't know if you guys can hear this or not.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry for the generation that's coming up right now. Because by the time they're adults, by the time they're my age, you're not going to be able to say yes, please, or no. Heaven forbid you say thank you.
Oh.
Because we are literally placing so much on every single word. Like, did you not do your research? That she calls herself a puppet? Did you not ask your friend, girl? I'm just like...
In the early 1600s,
what?
Puppet master referred to a puppeteer. Someone who literally works a puppet in a show. Because puppeteers usually perform hidden in the background. Puppet master lent itself to a shadowy metaphorical agent that controls behind the scenes, manipulating people or things as a puppeteer operating a puppet.
What was the... let me turn this down for a second. What was the comment or whatever that was made that have people saying that he's anti-Semitic now? Like, I don't get it.
Wow. I like, honestly, like, I could just end the live stream right here because this is so fucking stupid. That was a moment. That was a moment. Like, honest to God, to even hear that, I'll tell you what, it made the shit come out faster. Because when I screamed, I was like, what? Like, really fucking loud. It was like,
scared the shit out of me.
I was like, what?
You know what I first thought about?
And then it's just a fucking circle jerk in that fucking chat. It really honestly is. All the people that are, it's the funniest thing. Like, wow.
Oh.
And then I click over to another chat about me, and it's the typical thing. We can have the conversation if you want to pull up. If you want to... I'm just like, wow.
Oh, jeez. Nick put out a tweet that called here for the TA pop meth, and that's apparently supposed to make him anti-Semitic.
You know, I honestly, normally I'm very witty.
Which that T trigger tweet?
I can come up with things on top of my head.
What?
I just want to laugh. I honestly just want to laugh at this. Like, that really shows someone's character right there.
It's anti-Semitism. A lot of times the people yelling racism are the ones making it racist, right? I'm sorry, when you're like, it's called like projection. Like when you're calling everybody else a racist, it's like maybe it's because that's what you believe. Or like, when people have internalized homophobia, it's because maybe that's, has issues with you inside of you dealing with those personal feelings yourself. So just called projection. So
that's because I have a real life situation going on. It's not drama. It's not tea.
Okay, let's see. Is T Trigger still alive? Yeah, okay. Like a puppet master is like a person who controls puppets, who controls, who's pulling the strings. Like, I don't understand how that could be anti-Semitism. Let's see here. Okay, no, T-Trigger's live ended. It was 32 minutes. I guess I'll have to go back and watch that. But I asked if calling Putin a puppet master was anti-Semitism. Like, I don't understand, like, how that would be. Like, that makes absolutely no sense because the literal term of a puppet master is a person who who pulls the strings or is controlling the strings of a situation. So how would that be led into anti-Semitism? I don't really get that. I'll listen to Nick's stream when I start work tomorrow. Well, with this stream, I don't know if he's going to keep it up public or not, or if it's going to go private, unfortunately. It was so far out of reach, I'm surprised he didn't break his arm. Right? Like, I don't understand how that makes any sense. Because anti-Semites look at Jewish people and politics and media as a secret controller. Case in point. Oh. I mean, I guess. But then, I mean, technically, whoever controls the media controls the narrative, and whoever has the money controls the media and controls the narrative, and whoever has the friends controls the media and controls the narrative. So it has nothing to do with race. Like, anybody can buy anybody off and pay anybody off to get them to say whatever they want. I know a ton of people, or a ton of Jewish people, who call other people puppet masters. Yeah, and I mean, just saying that Jewish people control the media and like all that stuff. If you say that they control the media because they control the money because they are all wealthy and rich, then that's just a huge stereotype, which isn't right either. Like, if you're like, oh, well, you're Jewish, so you have to have lots of money. That's just a stereotype that you're putting out there. So no. So saying that somebody who is a puppet master is anti-Semitism because it's referencing to Jewish people controlling the media, then no, you're just reaching and you're putting out a stereotype. It's really shallow stereotype. Exactly. It's super stereotypical that you would go saying like, oh yeah, that's because okay. Maybe in the past it is true, but nowadays it's not really relevant. Yeah, I mean, even like in the past, if it was true, it's still technically a stereotype. Whether a stereotype is good or bad, still a stereotype, and they shouldn't really be made. Like, I mean, I don't really know like a good stereotype, but I don't know. Or I guess I should say if it's bad or like not as bad. Come to Passover dinner at my in-laws and talk politics. Oh god, I don't even like to talk politics at my own house, like with my parents at Thanksgiving dinner or like Christmas or at any time of the year. So I'm just like, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and we can still get along because we're adults. It takes away from actual acts of anti-Semitism. Yeah, it does. Like, and I mean, same thing with that. Same thing with, people calling like Petty Page racist and all that. Like, you're putting all this effort into attacking these other people with little to no like proof, or this is what you're feeling, or this is an issue with you have with what you're saying. But then there's actual like, people who are doing terrible things to other people, saying extremely terrible things to other people, and nobody really cares, but yet you're trying to like pick and choose like anything that you can to attack these people for no reason other than to get attention to yourself, saying like, oh, look, I told you I was right. Look what he said. Like, look at these terrible remarks. Like, and I don't know if like they're trying to say, like, I know nothing about Here for the Tea personally. I don't know if she's Jewish or what. So I don't know if that's why they're like saying that his remarks were that. So who really knows? A lot of successful people were Jewish. Of course, people attack them. People aren't afraid to punch up. I mean, I guess people say whatever they need to say to get attention. There are code words that when we say them, my husband, or to my husband, we know they are calling him a Jew. East Coast Elliot, limousine liberal, New York funny. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Yeah, like I don't know. Like it's just like Nick's like what was the title of his video earlier? Like this needs to stop or something. It was this needs to stop. Like it's getting to the point like where it's like what is going on with these people that are just constantly like attacking people. Like I know people can say like, well, that's what drama channels do. They just constantly attack and make fun of like these influencers. Well, unfortunately, that's what some drama channels do. They do, take things to a inappropriate place, or they say inappropriate things, or make up inappropriate statements that people have said, or twist their words. But I mean, people like Nick, people like Paige, Dustin. I mean, they all just pretty much show the tweets, bring the facts, and just say like, this is what they said. This is why I think it's wrong, or this is why I agree with this person. This is why I don't agree with this person. This is why I don't agree with what they did. This is why I have an issue with what they said. But they're not like trying to spin this like hateful narrative towards anybody. They're literally just like giving the facts. So I don't understand like why people are now just like attacking them like over and over and over again. But I mean, it's must be working because I mean, these people are getting huge amounts of views. Well, I shouldn't say huge, a decent amount of views. I mean, they're getting a decent amount of following. They're getting monetized now so they can make videos. Like I'm over here trying to just break 200 again because I went back to 199. And like T Trigger, who's, in the situation right now, has 3,300 subscribers. IT's Tea Time has their subscriber count blocked, so you can't see how many subs they have, but I heard that they just got monetized, so they just had to have gotten over 1,000. But I mean, they're doing whatever it takes to get people over to their channel to get them to subscribe to them, which that's not what I want to do. Like, I want people to come and watch my videos because I just, report on what I see and give my opinion, and I'm not mean about it. Like, it's just the facts. And if people don't like that and they don't want to watch it and they don't, care, then whatever. Like, I'll eventually get more people who want to watch me. But like, I'm not going to be making these terrible, like hateful videos towards people to try to get people to come watch my videos and come watch my channel. Like, that's not what I'm doing this for. Like, I just want to report on the drama that I see or the issues that I see that people are doing. And that's that. Like, I'm not going to like sit here and berate people and make up stories and lies and like attack people. Hello, there's a hidden message in this comment. Find it. Your journey. What? Okay. Apparently, there's a hidden message in this comment somewhere, you guys. So, good luck. 3301. Isn't that 3301? Isn't that one of those conspiracy things? The moth thingy majiggy. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Oh God. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm not losing my mind. Yeah, Cicadia. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, at least I'm not going crazy. I thought I was like, I know that somewhere. So Okay, so if I can crack the hidden message in that comment and find it, I will start my journey, you guys. So, from what I've seen about all of those videos and what people have said about all the challenges and stuff, they are super hard. And I don't know if I have time for all that. I am so sorry, but maybe I'll try to crack it. Who knows? I thought Cicadia wrapped up. Is it still going? I know that they did one, but then I don't think that anybody ever finished it. So they did like another one not too long ago. And then I don't know. I mean, who knows? They could be starting up another one. Let's see if it says on the Wikipedia page. Let's see here. So they did one in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. 2017. But I'm not seeing one for, excuse me, 2018 or 19. But it always starts on January 4th. So this one is a little late. Thank you. Yeah, it says that every year it started on January 4th, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is in April 2017. A verified PGP signed message was found. Beware false pass. Always verify PGP signatures from 35090F. This message explicitly denies the validity of any unsigned puzzles as recently as April 2017. So either they have started, I mean, I don't see an official startup again, so somebody might be doing, I mean, they're either starting up again or somebody is doing another one. Fernando, is that supposed to be a hint? I wonder, let's see here. Let's see, I'll look up 2020. See if there's anything. There's videos that were put out in 2019, but I don't know if that was old, like just or just somebody uploading a video in 2019, or if it was for that. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing another one or what's going on, but maybe just Fernando thinks I'm super, super smart and I'm going to be able to crack it. Okay, but I think that's everything that I had on topic to cover for today. Hey, Chesney, how's it going? Just hanging out, just having a little tea talk, just talking about everything. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's been about 2 hours and 5 minutes of just randomness. So I think that's everything that I have for today's video. Oh, well, thanks for stopping in. Unfortunately, we're just about ready to wrap on up. But I do my Tea Talk Tuesdays. I try to do them every Tuesday. This one started at 7 Central. I try to start around 6 Central. And then we just talk about all the drama that's happened on YouTube and Twitter over the past week, if I haven't covered anything in an actual video. And then we'll even cover that topic again in just live chat so people can share their opinions on everything. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely make sure you subscribe and check out videos on my channel on next Tuesday for sure. Like this week, we talked about James Charles, Tana Mongeau, talked about Trisha, talked about the Australia fires, talked about Final Fantasy, talked about a lot of random different topics. So if you are interested in all the drama like that, just stop on by. Oh, we talked about like Nick Snyder and Petty Page and people attacking them and all that stuff. So definitely, if that's something that you are interested in, you know, subscribe, hit the notification, and you'll be notified when I go live. So, all right, well, that's everything that I have for this week's video. So thank you, everybody who stopped by to come and hang out and chat with me. Again, I try to do my videos, I try to do 6 p.m. Central every Tuesday, unless I'm running late at work, but I'll always put out a tweet, usually about an hour before I come on. So definitely, if you want to see that, follow me on Twitter, or like I said, just subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, and you'll be notified when my live pops up. And again, thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Oh.